Listen, so their policy is you can't record in here.
You're NYPD now? You're NYPD now?
Always been. Listen,
no.
You have to leave because you're not allowed to record in here.
You want to read their policies?
Their policies that you cannot record in here.
The first line.
Their staff is asking us to remove you, and I don't remember you. I
remember you.
Oh, that's nice. I hope you like me. Time to go. All right?
Why would I need to leave? I have a right to be here, and I'm conducting business.
No, you're not conducting business. And the thing is that you have to go through.
Read the policy. Right there. I'm handing it to you.
He told me.
Who is he?
The security guard. The head security guard said that you need to leave, and they have a right to kick you out.
Photography and photocopying policy, right? I'm going to read it to you because if you violate my rights, you can't say that you didn't know.
That's our job.
It's no negotiation. No.
So you could just ask anybody to leave a public building just because.
Yes.
They want you to.
They
what
said
if I was
complaints from every staff member on every single floor that you're recording them and you're being a nuisance, and you're not allowed to do that inside the library.
How am I being a nuisance?
You have to leave.
How am I being a nuisance?
You are recording them and you are not allowed to do that inside.
So photography is a nuisance?
Sir,
can I speak to your supervisor, please?
They can't record in here, right? You willing to? Nope. All right.
Read this. Handheld cameras are permitted.
Listen.
First line. Handheld cameras are permitted. This is their rules.
You have to.
Why?
Why? Because you are not allowed.
What crime am I committing?
You're not part of any media. You do not have prior permission to record in here. You now have to leave.
I do have permission.
Step out civilly.
I want to speak to your supervisor.
No problem. He's going to tell you the same thing.
No, he's not.
Tell you.
He's going to honor his oath to the Constitution.
Let's make it bad.
I don't want to deal with you because I already got you on camera.
Go ahead.
Cursing me out, so I don't want to deal with you. I don't want to deal with you. I'd rather deal with somebody that I never had contact with. Because right now it seems like retaliation.
This encounter looks simple at first, but it's one of those situations where small misunderstandings of the law snowball into a full-blown civil rights issue. A public library, a handheld camera, and officers enforcing policy instead of constitutional law. There's no crime reported, no disturbance documented, and no safety issue identified. Watch closely, because every decision made in the next few minutes creates liability, and most viewers won't even notice it happening.
You didn't investigate at all. You didn't do no investigation. You just went off of his word, right?
I want you to respond here.
Why are you asking me to leave a public place I have a right to be?
They want you to leave, so you gotta leave.
Okay, what if they wanted me to smack myself? I gotta smack myself?
No, that's different.
Right. I have a right to be here just like everybody else. I'm not being disorderly. I'm walking around peacefully recording. The public workers. Can I record you? Can I record you? So why can't I record the city workers?
They're not city workers.
They work. New York is funded.
They're security guards.
The public library is funded by tax dollars.
You record me all you want.
I can record government workers in the course of their duty. Read case law. You need to read case law because you enforce the law.
My job right now is to get you out of this building.
Why? What crime did I commit?
They don't want you in here.
Why would they ask me to leave?
You're being disorderly. You're being a nuisance, and now you have other people watching.
How am I being a nuisance? How?
You were
by simply recording?
They asked you to stop recording.
They never asked me to leave. They never asked me to leave.
Because I can ask him and he can say the opposite.
I have on camera. Have you guys ever asked me to leave since I've been here? Have you asked me to leave? Have you asked me to leave since I've been here? Nope. First thing they said when I came in the building was you can record.
Listen, you can hang out here, wait.
I'm going to wait for your supervisor.
My lieutenant's going to be here.
Why not honor your oath? Why not protect my rights?
I'm honoring my oath.
I'm in a public building.
These nice men called me here, and they called us to escort you out of this building, and that's as far as I'm concerned with
Why would you escort me out the building?
We don't need to continue any more conversation.
You escort me out if I'm being disorderly, if I'm somewhere I'm not supposed to be, if I'm impeding business.
They said you were not allowed to record.
Can I finish my sentence?
Can
I finish my sentence?
I work with people.
This is an important legal distinction. Public libraries are considered limited public forums, meaning the government can set reasonable rules, but those rules must be content neutral and cannot violate First Amendment rights. Filming government employees performing public duties is protected activity. Discomfort is not a legal standard. If it were, constitutional rights would only exist when nobody complained, and that's not how the law works.
And that's what they've asked.
Right, you work for me. You work for me.
I also work for them.
You work for me.
So you understand that, right?
And they're not exercising their rights. I am.
Yeah. No,
peacefully.
They are peacefully asking us to escort you out.
For what crime?
You're not allowed to record in here.
He just said I was. And it says right here on their policies. Read their policies.
He actually just said you weren't allowed to record in here.
He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Listen, he's the head security guard as far as I'm concerned.
Read the policy.
And we were asked to escort you out.
Read their policy.
I don't need to read their policy.
So I'm not violating their policy, so why would you ask me to leave?
I abide by what the security
and I'm not breaking the law.
Listen, this is a civil matter, and
I don't want to talk to you no more because this is retaliation. You're trying to retaliate against me because I recorded you before. So
I don't remember you ever recording.
I remember you. I remember you. You work at Midtown South, right?
It's on my press bar.
Yeah, I didn't even look at that. I already know.
It's right here.
Mm-hmm. If I was somewhere I'm not supposed to be, if I was cursing people out, if I was being disorderly, every time I talk, you cut me off.
Listen, like you said,
me simply recording. Me recording is not a disorder. Is not a disturbance.
You're being a disturbance to these people.
How?
They asked you to leave. I don't know.
Because they don't like what I'm doing. What if they didn't like my shirt? What if they didn't like my religion? You're gonna escort me out of a public building? Because this is a right. It's called freedom of religion. So if I was praying here,
the staff asked you to leave.
Ma'am,
I don't know what more you want me to say.
If I was praying in this library and they didn't like that I was my religion, they wanted me out because I was praying. You want to enforce their feelings? Or do I have freedom of religion?
Are you praying right now?
I wanted to.
So
I came to this library for multiple reasons. You want to ask me to leave while I'm praying because they don't like my religion?
What is going on right here? We didn't find you praying.
I'm going to pray before I leave.
Listen carefully to what's being said here. Officers are relying on internal policy while ignoring posted rules and constitutional protections. Even if a policy exists, it does not override federal law. The moment the cameraman reads the library's own filming policy aloud, enforcement should stop. Instead, officers double down. That's a critical mistake because courts don't enforce feelings or preferences, they enforce law.
I came here to conduct business. I came here to utilize the library for its purposes.
The only way I'm leaving here right now is if my lieutenant tells me you can stay.
Why wouldn't I be able to stay? I'm not being disorderly. All I'm doing is walking around quietly recording the New York City public workers, which I have a right to do. I can record the government while you're at work.
You'll see what my lieutenant says, okay? How about that? Deal? And then
sure, that's why I asked for him.
And if you're good to stay, then I'll leave.
The Constitution and the law says I'm okay. What you swore an oath to do.
No.
What does the Constitution have to do with? Does the Constitution have to do with your job?
Oh.
Does the Constitution have to do with your job?
This has nothing to do with the Constitution.
It does for me. It does for me.
Because they said you're being disorderly and they're not comfortable with you recording inside here. And they said that you're not allowed to record inside here. We don't have to...
Read their policies. Read it. Read the first line. Read the first bulletin.
They just gave this to me. That last bullet point says no photographs of the staff, other researchers, or certain reading rooms may be taken.
That's what
okay, they work for the government. There's case law that I can record them.
That's part of their policy. That's what we're here to explain to you. They said that the staff members don't want you recording.
Okay, I'm still not committing a crime. I have a right to be in a public building.
And they have the right to escort you out.
Why would they do that if I'm conducting business?
But you're not anymore. They're asking you to stop.
I am, though, because I still have to file complaints.
If you want to say
I still have to file complaints.
Stop, though.
I still have to file complaints, and I still have to do a FOIA request. And I still want to pray before I leave.
How do you file a complaint?
On the first floor.
First.
The circulation desk, they'll hand them a piece of paper and
do you want to go to the first floor?
I was going there before you guys came.
Well, listen, I have no problem you filing a complaint.
If I was committing a crime, then you have a right.
This is where emotion replaces legality. The argument shifts from you're breaking a rule to you're making people uncomfortable. That's not a lawful order. Rights are not conditional on public approval. The comparison made here exposes a dangerous precedent. If discomfort becomes enforcement, any protected activity can be shut down at will. This moment alone would raise serious red flags in any civil rights review.
To escort me out. This is a public building.
Yes.
You cannot put policy over law. You cannot put policy over law. What if the policy said no black people? You want to enforce that? You can't put policy over law.
That's not going to happen.
The government can't make policies that violate the law or the Constitution. Yeah, I'm going there. You put policy over law? Since when? Fuck out of here. I recorded libraries in every 5 boroughs, all 5 boroughs. And it's not a problem because it's not against the law. You swore to protect my rights. You're supposed to come here and enforce the law, not their policy.
This floor? One more floor? Okay.
Am I being detained?
Yeah, you're not in cuffs. No, you're not.
So I'm free. So I'm free.
No, you
Am I being detained?
You have to leave.
Am I detained for a crime?
Being detained means you're being stopped and you're under investigation.
Am I being detained for a crime?
I just explained to you, not being detained.
All right, then, so that means I'm free, right?
Anything she's I feel like she's explaining things.
Am I detained for a crime?
Come on.
Am I detained for a crime?
We're gonna go downstairs and you can make a complaint.
You can go wherever you want. I'm free. I'm not detained.
We are going downstairs and you can either leave or you can go make a complaint. They don't want you in here. They have a right to not have you in here. If you want to take that up civilly, go right ahead and you can make a complaint and start that process.
Notice the contradiction. He's told he's not detained, but he's also told he must leave or face consequences. That grey area is exactly where unlawful detentions occur. Trespass requires clear authority and an actual violation. Neither exists here. When officers can't articulate a crime but still demand compliance, it crosses from lawful enforcement into coercion, and that distinction matters in court.
However, their policy says right here, no.
I don't care about their policy, bro. I don't care about their policy, bro. I'm not breaking the law.
What you're doing in here,
I'm not breaking the law.
No,
they don't. No, they don't.
You're violating the
No, they
staff
don't.
members.
I have a constitutional right to record in public. It's called the First Amendment. It's called the First Amendment. You know what the Constitution is? The highest law of the land. You can't put a fucking library's policy over the Constitution. Are you crazy? You swore over to the Constitution. You didn't swear over to the library's policy. And if they deny me public services, I'm gonna sue them. If you violate my rights, I'm gonna sue you. You ain't swear over to the library's policy. You forgot what your oath is to? The Constitution. Smug ass. Took an oath for what? Where's your lieutenant at so I can speak to him?
He's on his way. He's on another job.
He probably has more pressing matters than somebody exercising their rights in a public building. Listen, what? Are you gonna honor your oath?
It is what it is. I'm
So what
honoring
is
my
it?
oath. They
No,
asked
it's
me to
not.
escort you out.
Let me ask you a
Right here,
question.
You violated their policy.
Let me
yes
ask you
or
a
no?
question. Can you put that
Yes
policy
or
over the
no?
law?
Did you not violate their policy that's right here? circled
What's
in
higher,
color for
that
you?
policy or their law?
This is their right. This is their building. This is their
This is our building. It's the people's building.
Their
It's
establishment,
a people's
and they have
building.
a right to escort
It's
you
a
out.
public
now,
building.
I'm here to do this civilly.
I pay
and I don't wanna
taxes to
force
be in
you
this
out of here,
building.
okay? My lieutenant's pulling up. Is that him right there?
By this point, multiple lawsuit indicators are stacking up. Unlawful order, policy misapplication, First Amendment interference, and escalating threats without probable cause. These cases often end in settlements not because of one big mistake, but because of many small ones layered together. The camera captures what reports later try to smooth over, and that's exactly why documentation is so powerful.
Well, he could come find me.
That's not him. That's traffic with the lights on.
You put policy over law?
I'm putting them right now.
Of course you do.
This is my job.
Of course you do.
This is
Of
what I'm
course
here for.
your job is to enforce the law.
Do you want to make a complaint?
Your job is to enforce the law. Is there a law being broken right
Do
now?
you want to come?
What law am I breaking?
Do you want to make a complaint?
Yeah,
Walk away
don't.
from my
Yeah, avoid that
lieutenant?
question.
Come on.
Avoid that question. What law am I
I've
breaking?
already answered you multiple times.
What
You're
law am I
being
breaking?
disorderly. You're not
How?
under arrest. You are not
how am I
under
being
arrest.
disorderly, ma'am?
Because you're violating
recording?
their policy.
Photography
right here,
isn't a
right
crime
here.
in
Look,
public.
No photographs of the staff, other
Photography
researchers,
isn't
or
a
certain
crime in
reading rooms may
public,
be taken.
and you can't
wanna
turn
go
photography
to
into.
Why'd you show us that piece
You
of
can't
paper?
turn photography
now that
into
we
a
pointed
crime.
that out, now it doesn't
You
matter.
can't
Now
to
that
show
piece
you
of paper
how
means nothing.
because I record in libraries all over the city.
You're contradicting
because I have the right
yourself.
to.
You're contradicting yourself.
No, I'm not. I'm following the law.
Yes, you are.
The law that you swore to protect. You enforce the law. You enforce
what we're
policies.
doing.
So
That's
what
what
law
we're
am I
doing. We're doing
breaking?
our job.
What law am I
being
breaking?
disorderly.
How? By
Oh, the
recording?
lieutenant is right here.
Okay. Is he going to help me file my complaint?
He keeps saying he's violating his rights, that we're violating his rights because he's clearly breaking their policy that says no photographs of the staff, other researchers, or certain reading rooms may be taken. And he's saying we're violating his constitutional right that he's allowed to record in here, and their policy doesn't matter. And he requested you because
you
we're
doing?
violating his rights.
All right.
Well, this is what I said. I said you can't put their library policy over the law. I'm not breaking the law, which means I have a right to be here. It's a public building.
Okay.
My taxes fund this building. Do I not have a right to be here?
Okay.
Let's summarize what we saw. No crime identified, no lawful order given, no disturbance proven, just a citizen exercising a constitutional right and government employees attempting to shut it down. This is how civil rights lawsuits are born, not through chaos, but through quiet overreach.
Is that the library doesn't want you at this location?
Why? Because I'm exercising my rights in public?
You have to
I'm conducting business in this building, and once I finish my business, I was going to leave.
I know, they don't want you here anymore.
I have to file a complaint. I have the right to redress my government.
I know, but you have to do that. You could probably file a complaint outside, but you have to leave. They don't want you here.
Am I breaking the law?
Well,
Nobody asked me to leave. You guys are the first person that came up to me.
you have to leave.
So if I don't leave, I'm going to get arrested?
Well, yeah.
I need to hear you say that. If I don't leave this building, what's going to happen?
They're going to prosecute you.
You're going to arrest me?
No, the New York City Public Library is going to prosecute you.
Okay, so I have a reasonable amount of time to leave, don't I?
We're actually now. Can you please leave?
Okay, I can't leave through that way. I got to leave through this way.
Which way? That way?
And I still need the information that I came here to get.
I'll give you
Are you going to help me with that?
Yep. Whatever you need outside.
All right. I need all your cards.
Yeah, cool.
And all of your names. So you're saying that you could just trespass people from public for no crime?
They don't want
No
you at
crime.
this location.
No crime. It doesn't matter what they want. I'm not breaking the
You
law.
have to leave, sir.
You going to help me get my information?
Absolutely.
So you're just going to violate my rights over a policy, right? That's fine.